Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's Gentooman here, and I have another story time for you guys today. And this story time is kind of another Halloween one, but also sort of a funny one. I'm just chilling here waiting for a game to download, eating a bowl of Fruit Loops. So, I thought I'd tell a story time. So I'm going to hop right into it. This story time takes place a couple years ago, once again on Halloween, in theme with my past couple videos. And I was just hanging out with a couple of my friends. We couldn't get a big group together. I wasn't hanging out with the group that I would usually hang out with on Halloween, but it was a couple of my close friends who I'm still close friends with today. So it was just four of us, including myself, and we were all going to get together at my one friend's house. We are going to hang out for Halloween, and we were all probably just going to stay over at my friend's house and hang out. And we were all super excited. My friend whose house we were staying at, he bought Outlast and Outlast Whistleblower for his PS4, and he's like, oh, we can play that, it'll be fun. And we were all super hyped. So we go over, and we're all in costume and stuff, and we decided that we were going to go trick-or-treating. It was pretty late. We're like, oh, we can clean up the scraps and whatnot and just get a little bit of candy that we can eat tonight. And so me and two of my friends were ready to do that, but my friend whose house we were at, he was like, oh, well, I don't have a costume together to do that. So we had to help him get a costume together, and I think he ended up going as a Hogwarts student or something from Harry Potter, something like that. I was Roxas from Kingdom Hearts, in case anyone's wondering. And yeah, so we went trick-or-treating, and we actually did pretty good for going out pretty late. I remember we got to this one guy's house, and he opened the door holding this bowl of candy, and he didn't look all there. And then he just handed the bowl to his girlfriend. He's like, I'm too high for this, and then went back downstairs, which was really funny. And so we trick-or-treated a little bit, not too long. We got a good amount of candy that we planned to eat that night. And we ended up back at my friend's house, and we ate the candy, and we played through all of Outlast because I've played way too much of that game. I started playing that game with one of my really good friends when I was 10 years old. So yeah, I pretty much know that game the back of my hands. I've played through it in very short amounts of time. So we played through the entire game. Throughout this night, and we beat it, and it was fun, and we all started falling asleep around that time, and eventually we had all fallen asleep, and then we woke up, and it was the next morning, and the next morning we were kind of just hanging out. It was still the weekend, because Halloween was on a weekend this year, and we didn't really know what to do, so we're we can just keep hanging out here. And so we started just goofing around. We started filming this movie. We had just watched what is it, A Heist with Markiplier. I don't know if you guys have seen that. I mean, if you haven't, definitely check it out. But it's almost a choose your own adventure movie. I think there's a new one too, In Space with Markiplier or something. I haven't seen that one yet, but I should probably check it out. But the Heist one was pretty good, and we were trying to make almost that. And we were just kind of filming it in my friend's basement, just doing a bunch of stupid stuff. It was just a really dumb thing. And what ended up happening is, and there was this door in my friend's basement, and it was a glass door, you could see into it, and it was just a dark room in there. But my friend's and this was his old house, he doesn't live here anymore, but in this house, that room belonged to, the guy who owned the house, because my friend and his family were just renting the house. And it was a rule that we weren't supposed to go in there. The landlord said, don't go in there, that's my space, you just don't go in there. We had everything we needed on the outside. We had a pool table, we had lots of space, and it was a pretty nice basement anyways. But so yeah, what ended up happening is we decided to go in this room, and I couldn't find a light switch, so we were kind of just wandering around in the dark, trying not to break anything. And it was actually a whole other section of the basement. It wasn't just a room. There was a couple doors and stuff, a couple bedrooms, I think a bathroom as well. And yeah, it was kind of weird. It felt there was just a whole other section of the house. It felt like finding a secret passageway, even though everyone could see it was there. So I went in there, and before we decided what to film next for this little movie of ours, we kind of just explored around. And I ended up in a room on the side, on my own, and I found this box, and I decided to open the box, and it was full of not posters, but little good size prints of how do I put this? certain actresses that you would find on a orange and black website, pictures of them. And the funniest part is they were like signed. There was like signed pictures of these actresses. So I found those and I think I told my friends about it, but I actually don't remember. So maybe if they watch this video, let me know if I actually told you that. But yeah, that was interesting. They hit a lot of them too, and like some of the famous ones from what I know. Like, I mean, I don't know them all that well, but you know, you hear some names from like memes and the internet, and from my recollection, those were some of the names in the box. So that was pretty funny. I closed up the box, and in addition to that, like me and my friend found this box of like old like Marvel comic books, like pretty old ones, and they're in really good condition. Like this dude must have been like a collector or something. And like I almost just wanted to take some because I'm a pretty big Marvel fan myself, and like there was some really cool comics in there. Like I think he had some very like early Amazing Spider-Man from what I remember seeing, and it was really interesting. But we decided that after that, it was probably best that we stay out of that room. Don't go digging too much. We didn't want to get my friend's family in trouble. So we left the room, and we kind of like continued filming our movie over the next like couple weeks whenever we'd remember it exists. And I think that video footage still exists somewhere, but maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I'll look for it and I'll give you guys an update if anyone actually cares. But anyways, guys, that's going to be the story time for today. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe if you're new. Thank you guys so much for 70 subscribers. Like, honestly, that's amazing. I know it's not even 100, but to me, it's amazing that even 70 people would watch my videos. Like, that's awesome. Thank you guys so much. I'll drop all my socials in the description. You can follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch. And that's going to be everything for me, guys. Stay awesome. I'll catch you in the next one. Later.